Nope. That's all right, Mike. That's how I feel. You're so hot. Alright, guys, you good? Alright, so the program says that I'm going to be reading an essay called Edit for Love, but I never wrote that essay. So I'm going to read something else, and you may have read it already. This is how we live. No fucks you. While I don't give a fuck is usually regarded as a dismissive and potentially offensive remark of nonchalance, it has also become my personal mantra of living. And although not giving a fuck about anything may cause a serious lack of productivity and occasional bouts of unfriendliness, I'm slowly but surely learning that it's not just about not giving a fuck, but rather where and when it is proper for the fucks to be distributed. Come on this journey with me through no fucks. 8 2012. But why shouldn't we give a fuck, you ask? Don't we need to? Aren't fucks what keep things in order? Doesn't the global exchange of fucks and no fucks make the world go round? Don't I have fucking rent to pay? What will happen to the New York Fuck Exchange? Stop. You're asking these questions, you are already giving too much of a fuck. You see, we're all given a certain amount of fucks to give in one lifetime, and it's up to us as individuals to determine how to distribute them. Trust me, I'm a doctor of fuck giving. Some people call these priorities. I call them fucks. Improper fuck distribution leads to such things as unnecessary stress, feelings of futility, existential crises, and most terrifyingly of all, bad hair days. In this, I will seek to teach you proper distribution technique so that you and your loved ones can stop giving them like that and have more time to give them like that. Let's begin. 1. How to properly distribute your fucks. Tegan, Sarah, if you're listening right now, I don't know how, but if you are, I want to request that you record a version of Where Does the Good Go? Called Where Did the Fucks Go? It wouldn't have to be very elaborate. It would just be like, where do you go with your broken heart in tow? What do you do with the leftover fucks? If proper fuck distribution is executed, there will in fact be leftover fucks. The trick is just stepping back for a second and determining whether or not what you're worrying about is worth your time. Is there a bigger picture? 2. All fucks must be consensual. Remember that you are in charge of what you care about. That means you do you, girl. You do you. When the world tries to load your arms with things that you don't care about, you turn around and say, yo, I can't carry no more of these fucks, y'all. A lesbian once told me that a lesbian told her. Stop fucking with women. Focus on school and getting a good job. Bitches love money. You need to fuck them. If you don't, that's okay. You can amend it to something like this, as said lesbian later did. Bitches want someone who is independent and focused, which I am. Sometimes the world tells you that you're not pretty, or you're not handsome, or you're not doing enough, or you're not successful without money, but you know what's important to you, or you're figuring it out. Queer lady poet Andrea Gibson once said, I want to know what you see when you look in the mirror on a day you're feeling good. I want to know what you see in the mirror on a day when you're feeling bad. I want to know the first person who ever taught you your beauty could be reflected on a lousy piece of glass. Translation. Ain't no one taking your thoughts if you don't want to give them. Give fucks. Like that. This is really just here because anything that uses the word fuck so many times should obviously have a reference to sex or masturbation. So like, you know, like go ahead, have an orgasm. Not right now, like you're in a room full of people. It's totally you can give someone else one, also not now. But, you know, Fuck yo, me fuck. So 50 Cent and Soulja Boy have this song called Emo. And I think it's actually about like popping gats and fornicating with hoes or like some shit like that. But I like to think it's about staying positive in the face of adversity. Also, for a really long time, instead of fuck yo mean mug, I thought they were saying fuck your meme mug. Which seemed surprisingly hilarious and relevant to my interests. But that wasn't what they said. But whatever. I'll get it. The point is, don't let the haters get you down. Haters gonna hate. It's in their job description. Do not, I repeat, do not give a fuck about your haters. Whether your primary hater is your boss, your client, your customer, your mom, your crazy ex-girlfriend, your crazy ex-girlfriend's mom, just remember, you don't have time for that. You're out there doing you, and maybe doing some other people, and you just need to stop being so concerned about it. For instance, here's a conversation I imagine at least once a day. Me. Wait, so you really don't know who killed Jenny? Eileen fucking Chicken. Nope. Me, really? IFC. No, I really don't. Me. Was it Sounder 2? IFC. Maybe. I'm really not sure. Me. Wow, that's really terrible. How can you do that? Like, how can you do that? Like, how can you leave us like that? IFC. Katrina, my apprentice. Do you see that box across the room? Go. Open it. What's inside? Me. Nothing. It's empty. Eileen Chicken. Exactly. That's the box where I store all the fucks I don't give. 4, don't be afraid to fuck it up. I know how it feels. The burdensome feeling of caring way too much, but way too little. The horrifying moment where things are going well and suddenly one little thing goes wrong and you feel all the bugs rushing into the room at once. All at once! I shuddered now, even at the thought. But sometimes, there's just nothing to be done about it. It's like crying over spilled milk. What's done is done. There's nothing left to do but clean it up and apologize to the cow. Seriously though, accepting that shit happens or that shit happened and letting it go is absolutely life-changing if you can stick to it. In keeping with the theme, the great philosopher Kanye West once said, fuck the past, make love to the future. And even though he sometimes says things like, I would like to thank Julius Caesar for originating my hairstyle, or put the pussy in the sarcophagus. The man's right. So, what are we talking about when fuck. Giving no fucks is more than blowing things off. It means living outside boundaries. I'm not going to tell you to blow up all your obligations or to create your priorities, but I am going to ask you to stop giving a fuck about what's bringing you down or holding you back. Do not give a fuck about the following. 1. Failure taking risks. 2. Worrying about expectations. 3. Being afraid to question things, or people, or even yourself. 4. Not knowing. 5. Embarrassing yourself. 6. Your shoes not matching your belt, but props if they do. 7. Being different, because everyone gives a fuck in their own way. And don't put too much pressure on yourself. Let's be real here. No matter what decisions you make, no one will promise you that things will just work out in that way. There will always be outside factors, and sometimes it gets better. It's something that's only relevant when you're trying to live through your hangover. But maybe it does get better. Sometimes it doesn't. Don't give a fuck about things that you can't control. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you limes, do tequila shots. When life tries to give you fucks, you slap those fucks right out of life's hand. You tell life, this is how we live. No fucks to give.